Now, I'm going to be making you a classic bechamel sauce, which is very simple. And I'm going to actually make with it a Mornay sauce. All a Mornay sauce is a cheese sauce, that's all. So let's just first make the classic one. So the first thing is I'm going to melt some butter in a saucepan. So let's get this on. Now, the thing about making a roux to begin with, you just have to cook that flour off a little bit because you can sometimes get the floury flavour in there. Now, while that's melting, I've got an onion. Now, I'm actually going to cut that onion into two. There we go. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, here I have a couple of cloves. I'm going to squeeze it in there. A couple of cloves pushed in. And 3 cloves then, okay. That's it, in the onion. And that'll infuse. And then I've got, what, 6 peppercorns. That's fine. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So let's go for it. Now I'm going to pour the flour in. Now I'm going to take it down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make it go a little bit paler. You'll see in a minute. I'll just leave it for a minute. You'll see what happens to it. Just leave it to do its job. Wait, don't touch it yet. Wait. Now touch it. That's it. Now it's getting a little bit paler. A little bit paler, I should say. Perfect. Now, people sometimes say use hot milk, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Whisk it in. Now, I'm just going to pour a little bit more, smooth it off. Smooth it off, that's it. Now pour a little bit more in, smooth it off again. You can't pour it all in at once because you need to just make sure it's well in and leaves don't get any lumps. If you pour it in, it's got not enough restriction in it to actually get those lumps out. So it means it becomes too soft, too watery, and you can't get them out. If that happens to you, please do not worry. The reason being is because you can put it through a sieve. So please do not worry if you find you have still got lumps. I'm now going to pour it all in. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to put the onion in. I'm going to put in the peppercorns. Perfect. So I will put it through a sieve anyway. The reason I put whole peppercorns is because I don't want the pepper to show in there. I've got a sprig of thyme, which I'm just going to bung in. The bay leaf, which I'm screwing up because that'll get the oils out. I'm going to put the other one in to get it in there. Now, it's always best if you're making a bechamel sauce is to leave it to infuse as long as possible and you get the best results, okay? So basically, infuse it for as long as you possibly can. Even overnight, it's better. And then whisk it in until firm. There we go. So just pop it in. Oh, that's so gorgeous and smooth. This is not the traditional way to do it, but this is how I like to do it. I want to show you why. Oh, it's gorgeous. The smell of the cloves and everything else coming in. Seriously, it is quite frankly delicious. And all that lovely thyme, and I'm getting it all in there. I want to show you how silky this is. Look. That is so silky, and that's what I'm looking for, a really delicious bechamel sauce. So to make the Mornay sauce, turn this on and bring it up to the heat. So you can have it sitting there, it's fine, it's delicious. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add half the Parmesan, because I want that for the top. All the cheddar! And really melt it. Now, you don't want to boil it too much. I'll tell you why, because it'll go stringy. So you need to now just, I'm just adding a little extra milk just to make it a bit softer. And just do it slowly on the top so it melts. Now, I'm also going to put in some mustard. I'm going to put in a good teaspoon, because I use quite a lot of mustard for sauces, as you've probably noticed. There we go. Perfect. So, right, oh, it's coming. I can feel it. Right, now we are going to put this lovely Mornay sauce on top of the cauliflower. I've actually boiled it. I do it in milk normally. How delicious is that? Now I can see it's beginning to go away. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's beginning to get more velvety. We're so nearly there. Just a few little bits. You can see just a few little bits, and it's not stringy, which is what I'm looking for. You do not want a stringy cauliflower cheese, or you can be very sophisticated and call it a cauliflower Mornay sauce. A good old cauliflower cheese. What could be better? Now, we're nearly there. I just keep on saying, but every time it looks better and better and better. And better and better and better and better and better. And in fact, I think I'm there. Perfect. Now I'm going to take my delicious, gorgeous yummy yum. I tell you what, that is so good. Now on that, I'm just going to put Parmesan, the other half of the Parmesan. Now, everybody, that is ready to go into the oven for about 40 minutes. 35, 40, depends when it's brown, on about 180. Delicious.